Yo, what's up everyone? I hope you're doing well. I just want to do a quick styling and review of the Nike ACG Mountain Fly GORE-TEX sneaker. So ACG just released several sneakers and this one really caught my eye as it seems to be kind of on par with the Nike Air Antarctic, which is one of my favorite shoes, kind of a weird sneaker boot hybrid. You know, both have very aggressive, durable soles for kind of rough terrain, very comfortable midsoles, and then a GORE-TEX upper. And the Antarctics are probably one of my favorite shoes I own easily. So when these released, I thought I would pick them up and at least do a video on them, but these are really growing on me. But I do have kind of one issue with it, and I think I can relieve it. But I'll go ahead and get into that later on this video. First, let's go ahead and get into all the super cool features that this shoe has to offer and the unique styling. So starting with one of my favorite features about this shoe is the very aggressive tread pattern on the bottom of the sneaker. So there are two different colors here, black and then a light gray. The light gray, it is made of a softer, stickier rubber compound for increased grip, yet the outside edge and heel area is a much harder rubber compound for increased durability, but you still get that increased grip with the, first of all, very aggressive tread pattern, but also that softer rubber compound. And then there's also just that fluorescent orange Nike ACG logo there. But that tread pattern does kind of go up onto the toe box, which I think not only helps protect your shoe when you're hiking, but it also adds a really nice aesthetic touch to it, a nice contrast between the super clean upper, and then you just get a little hint of that really aggressive sole on the toe box. I just think it's really cool visually, but also functionally as well. So, and then the midsole, it is made of Nike's React foam, so very lightweight and very comfortable. These aren't the most lightweight shoe in the world, but that React foam does help to make it lighter. Now within this shoe, there is a carbon fiber shank, which Nike calls their fly plate, and it just helps with runners and giving the shoe some rigidity and a little bit of rebound when you're running in these. Now the upper and everything is welded together, so there's no seams or anything on the bottom here. So the upper, it is made of a ripstop material, and then that GORE-TEX membrane is on the inside of that. And then on the outside, there is a nice DWR coating on it to repel water, but the GORE-TEX membrane will be 100% waterproof and breathable. There's very minimal branding along the upper here. There's a small Nike swoosh on the toe box, on the side here, and then on the heel, there's that ACG triangle logo. If you can see on camera where there's that lighter gray grid pattern along the bottom edge of the upper, that is all 3M reflective material. So if you're out running at night, it will help you be seen, but also looks cool if you just take a flash photo of it. Moving on to the lacing system, I really like how quick and easy it is. Underneath this triangle here of thicker neoprene, there is the draw cord lacing system. So just hold that down, pull it tight, and then go ahead and tuck that loop into this triangle here. It creates a much cleaner look, and then also it doesn't get caught on anything. One of the more odd things about this shoe, and I'll go into this a little bit more in styling, is this neoprene ankle gaiter here. It does help keep out, snow and dirt and everything, but it's not waterproof or anything. It doesn't really tighten up here. So all the tension when you tighten down the shoe, it's all kind of on the top of your foot and not up on your ankle, even though this kind of a mid-top sneaker. And there are two pull tabs just to help you put on this shoe. This shoe is a lot easier to put on than the Antarctics. I know that was a common complaint with the Antarctics, is it was super hard to get on, and you kind of had to put your foot in at an angle and then slide your foot in. I really like the culmination of the concept of all these different features in a sneaker, just because then you can go do some light hiking or some trail running, but you can also go wear these shoes casually as well. I use my Antarctics for casual wear, but I'll also go hiking in these, and I definitely beat on these. I've hiked to 14er with it, hiked to several high altitude lakes with it, and they've held up great. The Mountain Fly has all those same elements to accomplish the same thing. So stylistically, this is a very clean shoe in my opinion, especially when you put them on feet with some really nice pants. There's not a whole lot going on. Very kind of clean and simple silhouette. However, this is a chunkier shoe, and actually I think it's bigger than the Antarctics. I'm not sure if this is coming across, but it's actually a higher profile, and it also is a little bit wider as well. So it's definitely not a slim shoe. When it comes to styling this, I think slightly wider pants will do it justice. And I really wouldn't wear that skinny of pants with it. These are probably the skinniest pants I'm gonna wear with them. Earlier when I mentioned this ankle gaiter, it's very slim and it kind of messes with the silhouette of the shoe. So I think it looks best when you put pants over this neoprene here. It just creates a much more seamless transition from shoe to pants rather than having this kind of big bulky shoe and then like a skinny little ankle and then you have like cuffed pants or anything. I just think that would look a little bit weird and it would make these shoes look a little bit clownish in my opinion. Obviously these can be easily worn with an athletic kind of outdoor outfit, but here's an outfit that I wanted to kind of upplay the casualness of this sneaker. So I'm just wearing some tapered 511 cargos, Lululemon Confluence tee, and then a Lululemon Robert Geller collab blazer. I think it's a pretty simple outfit and these shoes are pretty understated when you style it like that. These are probably, again, the skinniest pants I would wear with these shoes. I think some wider pants like these Anton Levy Centintu pants work a lot better in terms of just straight silhouette with these. But yeah, I think these are easier to style than the Antarctics just because it is more subtle even though it's a little bit chunkier. Overall, I think it's a very nice futuristic looking shoe, which is always right up my alley. Okay, earlier in the video when I mentioned that this is kind of a weird shoe, let me explain. This shoe has a quite stiff shank in the middle, which makes it feel more like a boot on the bottom, like sole area, but then when you go to the upper, it doesn't really go that high. The lacing system stops kind of right here where your kind of normal sneakers stop. So it's just kind of like an oddity in that way. Now I do have kind of two issues with it, one being the cause of the issue and the other one being more of a symptom. First of all, this could be just subjectively my feet don't fit this shoe, or maybe this was a manufacturing error, or maybe a little bit of both. But my heel kind of slips in these almost every time I walk in them, which is kind of annoying. It's maybe slips maybe only like half a centimeter. But so in the shoe here on the heel, starting at about right here to about right here, there's this pad and it kind of circles in and it's supposed to cushion your heel. I think a side effect of that is that it makes my heel slip. So for example, if this is that heel pad here and this is my heel, on normal shoes, the heel pad's a little bit higher. So when you walk, it kind of catches your heel and it doesn't slip. Whereas with this one, and it could be just my heel is higher up than most, it's kind of almost even on it. So when I do walk with it, my heel has a tendency to slip more because it's not catching on top there. So that leads me to my second issue, which is because of that, I tend to tighten these shoes down a little bit more, which because of that kind of thinner draw cord lacing, and you can't like go into the shoe and tighten way down here. It only kind of tightens up near the top of the foot. It just makes it a little bit more uncomfortable. And I think another thing that contributes to that is the really stiff shank in the middle here. So it might break in over time because when you walk, this is so stiff. It's easier for your heel to slip than it is for the shank to bend. And again, this could just be my feet, but I think a solution to this issue is getting one of these heel pads here. I do have these on my Chelsea boots that I wear, and it just stops your heel from slipping so much. So I think I'm gonna go to the store and pick up one and just stick it on to kind of above my heel, just to help keep my shoe from slipping on my heel at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that, but it's not like a terrible slipping thing, especially if you're just wearing it casually, but it's something that would make me not want to go hiking in these, and I would rather go with my Air Antarctics or pretty much any other of my sneaker boots or my Salomon Speed Cross 5s. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one of those heel pads and hopefully that alleviates the problem here. All right, quick update. I did find a pack of these in the laundry room for some reason. So right now I have a set stuck in the shoes right now, and I'm wearing them around to try and really stick that adhesive onto the inside of the shoe. And so far it seems to be working really well. It's probably reduced slippage of my heel by like, probably like 80-90%, I would say. There is still just a tad of slippage, but it's really not noticeable. And if it came like this from the factory, I wouldn't even complain about it. So yeah, quick update. Hopefully the adhesive sticks really well to the cloth material. It's not leather in there, which would be ideal to stick these onto, but yeah. So when it comes to sizing, I went true to size, and I'm actually very happy with how they fit. It's not like these shoes are too big and my foot's like sliding forward and back and that's why my heel's slipping. That's not the case here. So they fit very snugly. Overall, I think this shoe is incredibly attractive. I really love the futuristic design of it. And then the contrast between the super aggressive sole and that really clean upper. I just think it's super, super cool. And I really like all the functional elements that they put together in this to make it a very unique, versatile shoe. We can wear it casually or you can wear it hiking. Really, my only problem is that heel pad that just kind of ever so sticks out and makes my heel slip a little bit. I just wish that heel pad was maybe half a centimeter to a centimeter higher, and it would have been great because then it would have caught my heel, and then you can really go hiking and running in these, at least for my feet.
Right now, and I've been wearing the shoes like all day, and I find that they're slipping less as I've worn them more, so I think the shoes are just kind of breaking in. So I think the more you wear them, then the more they form to your feet, the better it will fit. I mean, obviously. So that's just another thing to take into consideration. But anyway.
So they have them in all black. No, they don't have them on Nike's website this morning, but they did restock the tan ones, which actually sold out first. So I imagine a restock of the black is gonna happen as well. But again, you can always check StockX. I don't think prices are like too terribly high. But if you guys did pick up these, I would really love to know your thoughts on them and if you have any issues with that little heel pad causing any heel slippage. God, I've talked about so much about heel slippage in this video. I'm going to go ahead and link these down below. And I do use an affiliate link, so if you do choose to purchase them, I do get a teeny commission from that. It doesn't add anything to the price at all, but again, I just want to be very open and transparent with you guys. So yeah, anyways, see ya.